Hello, everyone. I'm AT Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. Thanks to some pretty dry conditions we've had around here over the last several weeks, and of course the milder temperatures here the last couple of days, that has continued to eat away at our snowpack here in western Wisconsin slowly but surely. As of this morning in Eau Claire, our snow depth is now down to 2 inches, and we've been sitting at 3 inches for about the last week or so. Of course, the last time we had measurable snow in Eau Claire was back on February 1st, and going forward, we are going to continue to eat away at that snowpack as these warmer temperatures are going to be taking over. Our melting meter for today, our snowman is suggesting we'll have some snow melt today, but maybe a little more than yesterday because we'll have gradually clearing skies, and our forecast high today is expected to be up near that 40-degree mark. But this is going to be part of the forecast that's going to be kind of varying across the area. If you are north and east of Eau Claire, you're going to be a little cooler the next couple of days because you have a thicker snowpack on the ground. If you're south and southwest, where the snowpack is lower or even close to zero in some spots, you are going to be a little bit warmer. And most of western Wisconsin is going to be losing their snowpack here to some degree over the next several days as these warm temperatures will be with us. Now, the one good thing is, even with these warmer temperatures around, the wind is actually going to stay pretty light, so it's going to be enjoyable to be outside here for the next several days or so. So we have high pressure to our northeast and to the south this morning that's keeping things quiet, but we do have a weak disturbance passing through tied to a low pressure system near Sioux Falls that is bringing in some clouds. That will be going away as the day goes on, and as I mentioned a moment ago, that will depend on how warm we end up getting here for today, and of course in addition to that snowpack being a little bit higher to the north and east. Now, what we still have to watch out for tonight and into tomorrow morning and also the next several days as well is that potential for fog to develop with the melting snow. This run of Future Track is showing a pretty widespread and actually staying around throughout the day, which would actually keep our temperatures much colder. Other models are not really suggesting that happening, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, I do think we will have areas of fog around. It'll just depend on how widespread it is and, of course, how long it'll last, because that will play a big role in our temperatures as well. And then a weak system into Saturday will slide through. We're not expecting any precip out of it other than just a few clouds and a slight, and I mean very slight, drop in temperatures on Sunday by about a degree or two, and the winds turning back to more of the west and northwest. And as I mentioned, we are dry here going forward, but Tuesday and Wednesday of next week is when we start to see signs of maybe some measurable precipitation returning to western Wisconsin. Now, exactly how that will play out does remain to be seen. I think initially what it's looking like as of this morning, we'll have a little bit of rain around, and then maybe on the backside of the system would be a little bit of snow. It would just depend on the track of the low pressure, but we'll get those details sorted out later on into the weekend and early next week. So forecast highs today ranging from the low to mid 30s northeast to around 40 in Eau Claire to possibly as warm as mid 40s in Arcadia, Durand, maybe up to 47 in Alma. Again, north and east, it is going to be cooler because of that thicker snowpack. Southwest, it is going to be a little bit warmer. And lows tonight in the teens and 20s across the area. Again, a little colder to the northeast. Highs tomorrow, we're going to mostly be in the mid 40s, upper 40s to near 50 down to the south, closer to 40 farther north and northeast. And then for Saturday, looking at highs ranging from the low to mid 40s north to near 50 in Eau Claire to as warm as the mid 50s down to the south. And we could be nearing record territory for temperatures on Friday and Saturday in Eau Claire. The record for Friday is 47. Forecast is calling for 45. Saturday, we would potentially tie the record with my forecast of 49. That is the record set back in 1934. But Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's records are going to be safe as they're well into the 50s and will be about 10 degrees lower than that. But we're still going to see these warm temperatures sticking around until about Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. We do see signs of that pattern change where we introduce those precip chances and then temperatures at least coming back down into the 40s and then even into the 30s potentially by the end of next week.